there's very rarely, do I play in front of a club full of locals, which is great. Because,
oh yeah, that would be.
It's just constantly an influx of people who haven't heard you 1,000 times and who are, who you are new and exciting to, and it's really great.
Well, yeah,
it's good, steady work.
Yeah, that and like the independent music that's provided by Blind Raccoon here, you'll be able to hear all these great tunes. This is not on the main street that I know of in Milwaukee area, and again, Best by Betsy Brown be able to provide this for you. And Eric, your influences now with that guitar, is that, some heavy duty? Because I'm my generation live at Leeds Live. Ding, 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 ding. That's where I come from. That kind of stuff. And you were saying that you're into the guitar kind of things. Tell us a little bit about your background or what makes you rock a little bit.
Man, I kind of went through a lot of different phases, as I'm sure a lot of guitar players do. My youngest kind of things that I first was seeing live was like the kind of hair metal bands and stuff, because that's what my older sister was into. Yeah. And then as I kind of went from that into Deep Purple and Hendrix and Black Sabbath and stuff, and then started figuring out, well, where did those riffs come from, and then I end up at the blues, and got into Freddie King and obviously B.B. King, Albert King, and Albert Collins, and a lot of that. And then I like some of the kind of more crossover blues jam band players like Derek Trucks and Warren Haynes as well. They've both been a bit of an influence on me as far as tone and just approach and stuff like that too. So there's really a lot of stuff, and I also whip out the resonator and try to do some Sunhouse kind of things, and older approach type stuff. But I am kind of I'm not really a retro type player, so I incorporate some of the older stuff, but I play it however I feel it now. I don't try to sound like it's in the 30s or something, you know what I mean? So,
right.
I guess I'm a meld of a lot of different styles and influences, and, just whatever comes naturally.
And I love that when you talked about the early days of Deep Purple and Richie Blackmore and all that stuff. Those early guys, that's kind of my era that I grew up on. That's the jams that I like to hear, too. And you can see that influence. I was telling somebody about blues. It's everything. A lot of this is new from my end. But I hear the hard rock and all that. It's not the blues that you kind of think, should I say. There's different flavors and genres that I'm finding out. And you're bringing the harder end. Because you're on the rock blues. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally, it's a lot of times, it's whatever you get introduced to first kind of leads you down a path of trying to discover who were they listening to, and then who were those people listening to, and that's kind of how you start moving backward. So I'm not like a huge these days I don't spend a lot of time listening to like Stevie Ray Vaughan or Eric Clapton blues stuff or anything like that, but those people did turn me on to other people that then I went
right
further back into. So.
And that brings us to the Rolling Stones tune right here. Tiffany, how'd you guys come across this one? Or, you come across to settle on this tune, No Exceptions, the Stones.
Well, we really didn't have a whole lot to do with that one. That one was all Jack's idea, Jack Mealy.
Oh, okay.
That, he wanted to do that Stones cover, and we were like, okay. So we did it. And then I was like, hey, that sounds pretty good. And so we did it.
It just charted this week. It's just on the song chart on the Roots. I was just going through that, getting ready for the show. Because you have the four main tracks, Keep It Simple, Blues in My Blood, Memories to Forget, and Diamonds on the Crown that have been tracking the whole time. But this one I just noticed on the rock end is on there too. So I'll tell you what, let's do it right now. No Exceptions.
Cool.
Tiffany Pollack and Johanson.
before. Your heart is like a diamond. You throw your pearls at swine, and as I watch you leaving me to pack my peace of mind, our love was like the water, it splashes on a stone. Our love is like our music, it's here and then it's gone. So take me to the airport and put me on a plane. I got no expectation to pass through here again. To pass through here again. To pass through here again.
Oh, I love it. The Rolling Stones is on by Tiffany and Eric. Thank you. No exceptions. And I was up. No expectations. I'm sorry. I had it all wrong before. Thanks for helping me out. I can't see anymore.
Oh, good.
It's all good, my friends. Now, let's talk a little bit about If I Had a Hammer. Oh, I was going through your tracks and all that, and I love that. The Pete Seeger and the, as a school kid, I used to play that guitar and play that in church, If I Had a Hammer, and I think that was awesome that you guys brought that out. So congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you
Oh,
for
cool.
making that song again. It's really rocking stuff. Tell us how you came about that one. I think that's a little background, and when you were a youth, too, did you sing that?
No, I've always been a Peter, Paul, and Mary fan, and
Yes.
actually, Jack
That's
suggested it, and I was like, I don't know. I really like that song, but I don't know if that's going to work. And Eric had his doubts, and Jack was just kind of like, just trust me. I've got this idea. It's going to have a moody feel, and we tried it, and I ended up really liking it, and I kind of felt like it was the best example of our two voices together.
Yeah,
Like I thought it was the best, combination of the two of us singing.
because some of your tracks are, one or the other per se, and you guys are coming together as,
Right.
as a duo more in this track. Tell us about the recording. Were you guys, when you're recording this, is a lot of it analog? I always asked, a live track. Is that what you guys take?
I think it was kind of analog in style, in the sense that we recorded a lot of it with a band live, and in a room, with a lot of microphones and stuff like that. And Tiffany was in a booth, off to the side of the band and stuff like that. It was recorded to Pro Tools, but they have Jack over at Music Shed Studios. They have a lot of analog outboard gear and mic preamps and compressors and all that stuff. So it's it definitely has a warm feel to it.
We recorded those vocals for No Expectations together in the vocal booth, which was the only track we did that on, and I felt like it helped with us blending vocally.
Yeah.
I really preferred that. I thought that was a great way to do it, and I think it reflects in the performance.
Well, yeah, you could read each other per I say when you're singing together as a duet. Otherwise you're just going off the voice or just the audio.
Right. Because whenever we. Right, and just being in the room together, I feel like we can kind of feed off of each other a little bit, and I just feel like we did a lot better together recording that way for that song. And if we were going to do other, duet type things like that, I would definitely want to do it like that again, because it was the most like playing live together, which I always feel like, is the best.
Yeah, that's kind of what made me. Yeah. Go ahead, Eric.
Oh, no, I didn't mean to cut you off there. Yeah, a lot of times, it's like the more that you sit back and kind of think about things, it's like a lot of times just getting in there and doing it live, or first take or a couple takes or something, and ends up being the best.
That's the
organic way.
Yeah,
organic.
Yeah. Organic, exactly. The instinct and the influence and all that good stuff. So, all right, let's go. If I had a hammer right now, and we'll be right back.
If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, all over this land. Oh, I'd hammer out danger, I'd hammer out a warning, hammer out love between my brothers and my sisters.